With DPS heroes on the rise and Bunker becoming more and more effective in ranked, another niche hero rolls into the spotlight, Wrecking Ball. With his high mobility and unique toolkit, a skilled player can quickly displace enemies and push them into unfavorable positions or even off the map to open up the fight for their team. This hero shines in the role of the solo tank that disrupts the fight and, when paired with multiple DPS, causes panic in the enemy team. With this setup, the DPS can take different angles while Hammond can test the point and splits up the enemy frontline from the backline. For today's video, we work together with Ventari, currently the #1 Hammond player in the EU region, to present to you the most important grapple techniques for easy teamfight wins or to secure some sneaky environmental kills. But before we begin, it's important to emphasize that in general, communication is key when playing Hammond. You need to get into the habit of letting your team know what you intend to do as Hammond so that they can be ready to follow up on your plays. It will make all the difference even in your everyday ranked games.
Get ready for poop, yeah. Are you guys ready? Incoming in 3, 2, 1, all incoming. Oh, huge, get him!
Half round, then one.
With that said, let's begin. We'll start with Anubis. This engage consists of two parts, getting into position and executing the grapple. The first part is much more difficult, as you have to dodge incoming stuns, such as an Orisa halt or a Roadhog hook. But asking your team for a Zarya bubble or a Diva matrix can really help make it easier for you to get in. From here, you simply grapple under the walkway, swing around, and boot them into your hungry team. There, they will even be out of line of sight of their own healers, who are usually positioned on this high ground here. When attacking the first point of Gibraltar, it is common for the attacking Winston and Diva to go up on the bridge and farm some early ultimate charge, as well as potentially getting a fast kill on a peeking sniper. While defending, use this to your advantage by setting up in this room while telling your team to prepare for incoming enemies in the tunnel. Once Winston and Diva engage, you can grapple and boot them into your team. Since Wrecking Ball has quite a big character model, you can also body block the exit to trap them. This little trick works to stop their engage in its tracks and quickly fills up your team's ultimates with hardly any risk involved. Another common setup for defenders is to position themselves in the box on the top right of the high ground, usually set up behind a shield. Here, some coordination works wonders. After you push the cart around the corner, you need to tell your other dive tank or DPS players in your team to jump onto this position at the same time as you. Having some form of follow-up on your pile drive should result in some easy opening kills. Hammond players often find it difficult to dive the classic Orisa and Roadhog strategy on Ilios, as their shield denies almost all incoming healing on you, and a well-executed halt and pull combo stops Hammond relatively easily. Instead, you can grapple this exact area on the pillar to go in a circle for a perfect position to swing them into the hole. At the start of the attack on Dorado, you can use the left eggs of the spawn to quickly get behind enemy lines using this tunnel here. Usually, you will find them positioned on the high ground above you, which means they might hear you rolling around. Use your camera perspective in ball form to peek around the corner to see if anyone noticed you, and try to dodge incoming Ana sleep darts or other stun abilities. Once you are certain they are no longer paying attention to you, roll up the stairs and right into the enemy tanks. Whoever you manage to push off that way will most likely be an easy kill for your team, giving you a great advantage for the first point. This is one of the most effective and easiest initiations to make with Hammond, and usually leads to insanely fast captures on the first point, if done right. Again, you want to wait until Roadhog and Orisa use their cooldowns. Either engage from behind them, or use the stairs, by grappling onto the corner of the top of the stairs and boot them off the high ground. Paris works pretty similarly, as your goal is the same, to get behind the opposing team without getting killed, then to push them off the high ground into your team. Since Paris strongly favors the defending team, getting into position safely is harder than on Horizon, but the reward is well worth the risk. Alternatively, you can also approach this point from the front, which is a bit faster, but not as reliable or safe. For the second point, you can use this technique to get rid of the classic bunker high ground defense and easily leave a Bastion exposed as he can't be moved in turret form. Route 66 is similar to Paris in the sense that you have two ways of pushing enemies off the gas station on the first point, a slower but more reliable approach, or a riskier but faster one. Using this tunnel, you can quickly get into the gas station where you can use the big health pack to heal up from any damage you took on your way there. The enemy team may have heard you, so be careful you don't get slept or stunned. Roll up the stairs behind them and push them into your team that approaches from around the first corner to cause some panic and confusion. This allows you to directly control the direction of your boop. The other grapple will push them into the small health pack, which also works, but leaves them with a better chance to disengage to safety. For that, you want to latch onto the sign and swing around it. On Eichenwald, the cart often gets stuck at the start of the second point of the map, as defenders can use the abundance of high ground to their advantage. It is your job to prevent that by knocking them down to your team on the ground. Once the cart is past the gate, you can use the corner of the castle to boost yourself onto the high ground, circle around right into the enemy team. The second grapple for this map is one of the more intricate ones to pull off in the game, but is surprisingly reliable once you get the hang of it. When the payload crosses the bridge, you can set up on the top of the castle, grapple the wall, jump and launch yourself against anyone on the bridge, pushing them off, while you safely land on the second bridge yourself. This is even effective once the point has already been captured by the attacking team, since they have to cross the bridge after spawning. Getting an initial pick like that forces the other team to choose between taking more time to regroup or engaging in an unfavorable 5 versus 6. Lijiang Garden is one of Hammond's best maps. When the game starts, you can use your high mobility to cross the river with a jump, which doesn't even require a speed boost. From there, you latch onto the wall to roll over onto the bridge and back into safety, all while pushing everyone off the map. It's important to use your pile driver or exiting ball form manually to stop yourself from falling down. Similar to the second point of Eichenwald, attackers on Control Center usually regroup by their spawn in a position that allows for unexpected environmental kills. Again, you can save yourself with a pile drive. When defending on Rialto, you can also get some highly skilled environmental kills before you first have to clear off the walls of the bridge with your ball form. You can then set up on either side of the bridge, although the right one is slightly better for disengaging after the grapple. Tilt your camera while in ball form to see when the enemy team crosses the bridge. Now, you can latch onto any point close to the roof of this building to swing around towards the bridge and grab some environmental kills. This grapple takes some practice to execute consistently and safely, but it's well worth learning. Sanctum offers great carry opportunities for Wrecking Ball. Usually, the fight takes place on or around the point. The key is to be patient and watch through the window to see where the enemy team sets up exactly. Staying in ball form for improved field of view also helps. Then you want to jump down here, grapple the middle wall, and swing around either through the left or right exit of the tunnel to push them off the map. That about wraps up our guide about the most important Wrecking Ball grapples with a focus on environmental kills and displacing enemies. If you liked the video, leave a thumbs up, and also let us know in the comment section below about what your favorite grapple was, or if you know about another great grapple technique or location that wasn't used in this video. Also, feel free to share this video with your friends who might not know all the tricks yet, and be sure to check out Ventari's stream on Twitch. He streams top 500 Hammond gameplay almost daily, and he assured us that he'll be happy to help answer all questions about any points brought up in this video. So, to all my fellow Hammond Gold players out there, good luck and happy swinging.